Alright guys, for this weekend's Railfanning trip, we went to a new spot. This is the second line crossing near Tottenham. Mile 33.55 on the MacTier sub. Yep, this is my first trip to the MacTier sub of the year. Facing south is Tottenham Road and the Highway 9 bridge. You do get a decent shot here. And facing north is some signals that will turn on when a train is nearby. You can also get a good shot of the southbounds here. And right beside the train tracks is a lot of telephone poles. Now for a quick crossing tour. But crossing is gateless with all Western car hates equipment except a General Signals Type 2E bell. With that out of the way, let's get into some train action. Not long after we arrived, the signal lit up for a southbound train. The ID is CP220. It is a mixed train going from Winnipeg to Toronto. Today, 220 has an insane lash up. It was led by 9833, which is an AC 4400 CW with a really epic K3L Horn. Trailing second is
Norfolk Southern, what's your function?
1172, which is an SD70 ACE. And trailing third is 2317, which is a GP20C Eco. Now I already saw CN2317 and CP2317. Today, 220 has 99 freight cars. And to those of you who is wondering who is that right beside me, a family showed up with 2 kids. They really like trains as well. They saw me and they were wondering if there was any CP trains nearby. I said yes, and they stick around and saw this train with me. The crossing activated way earlier than usual due to the train going a little bit slower. So let's skip it to when they blow the horn at last. And there it goes heading up south, you can see here. I thought this was going to be the only CP train for a while, but turns out I was wrong. Because there was actually another CP train close behind it. I'm really surprised because CP usually doesn't do this. And thankfully, the second train was going much faster than the first one. But before we talk about the second train though, here is 9833's K3L Horn blowing through Palgrave. Now here's the Norfolk Southern in slow motion, but with a twist.
Norfolk Southern, what's your function?
Hooking up the country, helping business run.
Now that's more like it. Now here's another K3L horn that I heard blowing not that far away from here. The train that is not far behind from 230 is CP118, going from Edmonton to Montreal. Today, 118 was led by 8030, which is an AC3400 CWM with a really epic K3L horn. And the engineer actually gives me a small horn show. Trailing second is BNSF 8466, which is an ST70 ACE. I really don't know why I'm saying this, but every time I see a Norfolk Southern unit, I always see a BNSF on a different train. Just like what happened to me at Malbert almost a month ago. I saw a Norfolk Southern DPUing on X313, and then I saw a BNSF leader on another X313. But that was on CN when I saw it. This time, this is CP. Alright, let's not get off track. We still have a video to do. And for the DPU is 9371, which is a GEVO. And this has to be one of the weirdest spots for a DPU. 9371 was DPUing, get this, 12 cars away from the end of a train. I have no idea why it is a DPU even though it is at the end of a train. It should be the real DPU instead. And this is actually my second time seeing 8030. The first time was at Palgrave last October when it was trailing third on 118. Today, CP118 has 135 cars. The first 21 and last 12 cars are mixed. But the rest of the 102 cars are loaded rail cars. And 230 and 118 was going to have a meet with 113 at Bolton, which will be the next train. let's skip to the end of the train since this part is boring. Now here's the BNSF in slow motion. An hour and a half later, along came CP-113, going from Montreal to Palgrave, BC. It was led by 8050, which is an AC-3400 CWM with another epic K3L Horn. Trailing second is 9705, which is an AC-3400 CW. And for the rear DPU is 8950, which is a GEVO. Today 112 has 162 rail cars. And it was going to have a meet with a train at Baxter, which I didn't bother on seeing because I ran out of time after this train. Because this is a typical intermodal train, let's skip to the end. All in all, today was a pretty busy day on the MacTier sub. I was expecting on seeing 1 or 2 trains today because the MacTier sub is not that busy like the Ballop. I'm glad that the first trip to the MacTier sub of the year was a success. I got in a lot of foreign power and a lot of trains. I will be sure to come back to the MacTier sub more often this year. Besides, I want to get some more CP trains as well. Until my next Railfanning video, I will see you guys later. Peace out, folks. Hey! Please remember to subscribe to my channel for more epic railfan videos coming soon, if you haven't already. Well, as usual, I really hope you enjoyed this epic railfan video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. And that will be it as usual.